Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your gameplay for the M1A1 Abrams HC, otherwise known as the Heavy Common, which is a currently rank 7 battle rating 11.0 tank in the American ground tech tree. This vehicle is essentially an in-between between the M1A1, as you can see down here, and the M1A2, and thusly fits there in the spot in the tech tree that it holds. Really more so the M1A1, the IPM1, and the M1A2, but regardless, this is a pretty interesting variant because this is one of the more recent variants insofar as when it was added to War Thunder is concerned, and it features a few kind of unique things in War Thunder, at least for the M1A1, namely the fact that it has an electro-optical active protective system. So if you're kind of used to the T90, for example, those red eyes in the front of the T90, that's kind of what that is. It's supposed to help disrupt things like ATGMs that are guided, like typically lesser quality ATGMs. But otherwise, this is a pretty typical M1A1. As you can see, I've got everything except for the dozer blade because I really don't care. And plus, look, it adds 226 silver lines to the repair cost. That's ridiculous. I may as well be spaded. Even once I get that dozer blade, I am not going to use it because it adds to the repair cost. Totally useless. Regardless, it has the M829A1, which goes through 600 millimeters of armor pen at max, which is hardly below what we see here on the M1A2, which goes through 629 at max. So it is thereabouts just about as good, you know, but it is a slightly lower BR than the M1A2. Also, at least in real life, I'm not sure if it reflects here, because the armor values here are the same as what you see in the M1A2, and I believe the M1A1 as well. But the M1A1 HC does have some depleted uranium armor, I guess, components that are slightly different than the standard M1A1, but again, I don't think it's really reflected here. With that said, though, let's get into a few matches, see how this thing does, but man, oh man, this and the IPM1 are probably, relative to BR, my two favorite M1s in-game. That said, let's get into it. So, insofar as the HC is concerned, you know, as you guys probably just saw in the intro there, I've got everything up through the M1A2, and I can tell you, and I've also played the SEP, because, of course, content creators, we get test drives every now and again. But regardless, the HC is a very interesting vehicle. One of the things I really like about this vehicle, not even just this vehicle, but Abrams in general, is that each generation, each different type of Abrams has a decent enough difference over the one previously. You know, it's not just generic Abrams this, generic Abrams that. There are some notable differences which are much appreciated and do help to impact the gameplay. Like I said, with the electro-optical system here, that does, I think it does impact it sometimes. More often than not, however, I do see it where, okay, I'm just gonna, nice. Okay, we have another guy over there. I don't think he knows I'm here, but more often than not, I just kind of shut it off in any given match because I just don't really feel like it's useful. Man, 2 no scopes. I don't think I've ever done that before. Now, I don't know if this is something I mentioned before, but something you guys probably either already know or could have guessed based on the video, but this thing only has Gen 1 thermals. In fact, every M1A1, or every M1 Sherman, Abrams has Gen 1 thermals except for the AIM and I believe the SEP V2. Let me know if I'm incorrect about the SEP V2 in the comments below, but I believe that has Gen 2, possibly Gen 3 thermals. Not that Gen 2 or Gen 3 really matters, the difference between the two, because they are both more or less identical, if you guys didn't know. They are both very, very similar, at least insofar as general looks. Of course, Gen 3 thermals, the resolution is slightly better on them, and I do actually have a video comparing the two, or the three different types of thermals, so you guys can actually see. But Gen 2 thermals have decent enough resolution, but I think Gen 3 thermals, more so what they fix over Gen 3, or my apologies, Gen 3 thermals, what those fix over Gen 2, is that someone? I don't even know, is that you get a better contrast. So you'll be able to see heat better than non-heated areas, if that makes any sense. So your whites and, like the blacks and whites are separated, like the image is separated a bit better than in, you know, Gen 2. Okay, barring a side shot, I should be making my way up to some enemies here. At least I thought I would be. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. I love flanking these things, man. I love flanking. If there was anything I like doing in War Thunder, it is flanking, flanking, flanking. I try to flank in everything that I do in this game, regardless of if it's ground, air, grair, naval. Nice, got the kill. That was a very lucky shot on my part, and unlucky on his part. Okay, that looks like a BMP-2M, maybe? 2S6, not too shabby. Doing quite well here. I got 3 kills and a base cap. And my buddy, the French tank, helped me out. Thanks, buddy. But in all, like I said, ooh, I do not know why he did not fire. He had way more time on target than I did right there. What the hell? I'm on a rampage. I mean, albeit that was a World War II tank. I couldn't have... Like, if he was side-shotting me there, he could have killed me. But, thankfully not. You know, I was a little bit doofy in that last match, or whatever, whenever I said it. I'm not entirely sure when I said it, but pretty much I was... I don't know if the right word is trashing on, but, or the right term, rather. But, I wasn't incredibly fair. That was nice. Woo! Oh, buddy, that was lucky. Holy guacamole. So, I was not very, kind to the mobility of this vehicle. To be fair, it's not mobile. You know, I'm not going to say it is, or... Yeah, rather, it is extremely mobile. What I was going to say was, I just wish it was slightly more mobile, because, of course, everything is better with more mobility. That's why we get V8s in light cars. That's why people put V8s in Miatas. You know? Ultimately, everybody wants more mobility. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you have the restrictions of the armor and all that, and it makes... some level of sense that there is extremely limited mobility. Is this guy dead? I really wish I didn't fire that. Now people know where I am. Regardless, let's move up here. I'm sure there's going to be people around here. Very nice. That was lucky. Ooh, okay, let's get into one more thing here. Just going to respawn real quick, but that'll be the end of this match after that. Or rather, what I meant to say was that'll be the end of this gameplay video after that. Because I do not intend to play this thing forever. I'm not like one of those people, as I've probably mentioned in previous videos, I'm not one of those people who makes a gameplay video last like 20 minutes. You know, all the power to those people, trust me. But that's just not something that I've got much of an interest in doing. So, we have ourselves an enemy over here. Is he dead? He's not dead yet. Okay, more importantly, we have an enemy right there. Perfect. I knew it. Okay, hopefully got the kill. Very nice. Wish I could have saved my buddy, though. Thus far, I'm not doing too poorly. I got 5 kills, I think, right? And a base cap. But overall, when it comes down to it, I really like this vehicle. Like I said, I mean, I hold this in the same regard as I hold the IPM-1. At least when the IPM-1, I think it was like, what, 10.3 BR for a while? This is just such a great tank, you know, very much overlooked because it's not the top of the American ground tech, or actually I shouldn't say it's very much overlooked. It's kind of overlooked, as much as it can be, but it's just such a great tank, and, you know, it's got such a great shell. Like, it doesn't have the best American shell, But it's got near it. Hopefully my allies start to cap the B point. The only reason why I'm not is because there's enemies afoot. Man, I hate SPAA so much. Like, go get a job, you know? He thinks I'm still there. No sirree, Bob. Perfect. Got the kill. Very nice. That was a pant sear. Not complaining about getting that kill. Hopefully my allies start moving up on the B point soon. But overall, not bad. 2 kills, 2 base caps. Hopefully I can get this kill over here. But I feel like I'm about to be flanked, so who knows. Okay, he knows I'm here. How do these people know I'm here? Like, unless there's a scout flying around. I'm not here to, again, get it where, like, I'm camping bases. Because that's obviously, hopefully it's obvious, that's not what I want to do. Rather, I just really, really like flanking. Flanking is my thing, you dig? See, don't you hate this when, like, your entire team leaves, and in this instance, I've got 3.5 times as many kills as the next guy? Like, that really... Okay, he's already... Wait, is he dead? His ally just killed him? Wow, okay, anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Please, of course, consider liking, commenting, subscribing. Either way, thanks again. See you all on the other side. The M1A1 HC is awesome. Take care, everyone.